Blood on the streets. Crypto is dumping. And we thought we was in a bull rally. What the heck is going on? Why is crypto dumping right now? Especially when we had the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, the chairman of Federal Reserve, yesterday giving quite bullish indications yesterday, saying that there's a high probability that we might see a rate cut in September, which is very good for Bitcoin and crypto. So what caused this dump to happen this night? And are we done yet? Are we pumping up from here, or are we going lower? Well, I think I got some answers for y'all. Let's dive into it. So this here is a chart on the hourly time frame. And yesterday we were here. And then we had this whole dump. And we just recently had a massive dump when we thought that we were going to go and breach 74, 75,000, take the all-time high. But we dipped into 70,000 here, got this dump, went sideways for a bit and dumped further. All right. So what happened is this. We have Israel bombing Beirut. We have the US sending over destroyers, freights, military resources to Israel. And we have a lot of geopolitical fear, turmoil. And what does this have to do with Bitcoin? Well, when there's uncertainty, when there's fear out there, people do not want to invest into risky assets. Bitcoin and crypto are very risky assets. What people tend to do is invest into assets like gold, for example, that is considered to be the safe haven for investing, right? Or to store your money in. And we're talking about Bitcoin becoming the digital gold. Well, I'm very sure and very convinced that it will, but it will take time. That will take maybe 10, 20 years from now. It's becoming it gradually. And the more people are realizing that it is the safe place actually to store your value, the more it's becoming that digital gold. And people are realizing it. Institutions are realizing it. Countries, governments are realizing it. We see it every day. Good news every day. The adoption is spreading crazy. It's like wildfire. But still though, we see this dump. And this is of course because of the geopolitical turmoil as mentioned before. So then comes the question, are we done yet, or are we going further down? Well, me normally here, seeing a dip like this, I would enter for a buy. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I did. But then I started to look at this more, dug a little bit deeper into it, and I started to look at the liquidation map. And when I looked at it, what I saw is that we have still a lot of liquidity to be taken out, a lot of liquidations. And what, first and foremost, what are liquidations? It is leveraged positions. It's people that are trading Bitcoin, Ethereum, crypto futures with 25, 50, 100x leverage. Now that's very risky business. And especially when we're on a geopolitical situation like now, you can go for 2, 3, 4x, but going for 25, 50, 100x, that's gambling. You have to be very, very convinced of your thing or have a lot of resources to back that up. All right. So we have still a lot of liquidations down to like 62,000. And I think easily we can come down there. We have liquidations all the way down to 50,000. But honestly, I don't think we're going that deep. And I'm going to mark it out on the chart and show you what I mean. But if we look at it more zoomed in, then you see this cluster of liquidity and all the way down to like, I would say 61,000 ish. We have about 1.4 billion to liquidate. All right. Then on the other hand, we take this out and we start to go up. We have 5, 6, 7, 8 billions to liquidate all the way up to 70,000. People are going short heavily on BTC. So back to this chart then. If I go on the daily time frame, you see this candle that formed then 3rd of July. We have an extreme fair value gap. And what is an extreme fair value gap? It's a fair value gap. It's imbalanced candles that haven't been balanced out, even though the market has passed it. So it makes this zone even stronger when market comes back to it. And what you see here is that 3rd of July, we created this imbalanced candle. Boom, market came back up, but didn't really balance it out, but just swept through, left another fair value gap. If we look on the weekly time frame, if you look on the 4-hourly time frame, so market swept down, left this imbalanced candle, boom, made its way back up, but didn't really balance this candle out. And this zone from 60,500 all the way up to 61,900 is that zone that we spoke on here, with massive amounts of liquidity that needs to be taken out. In the same time, that is confluent with the Fibonacci 50% all the way down to 61.8%. But then we have another thing. And that is that just below that zone, if we zoom out on the weekly time frame, we have this order block here. What is so special about this order block is that this is the order block that caused the market to make an all-time high. Therefore, it's very strong. When you see an order block that leaves these type of institutional candles behind it and creates an all-time high, takes out all the previous highs here, it takes a lot of liquidity to do that. It takes massive orders, massive amounts of orders and volume in those orders. So you know that all those orders are not filled yet, far from. And market, if it needs orders, if it needs more demand to fill, it will come down to this zone. And that zone is at about 50,000 all the way up to 53,000-ish, all right? So there is still possibilities that market will come down that far. And that is confluent with these purple lines that you see here. Boop, boop. This one and this one, which is forming some form of bullish flag here. And I just said bullish, but we are not out of this flag yet. So if we look at this flag, if market wants to come down and retest the bottom of that flag, then that is confluent perfect with this order block. Now here's the thing, I don't think we're going that low. I think we're going to bounce off the EMA here, the weekly EMA, 20-day EMA that is at 62,600. And I think that we will do so also because it's very well confluent with this fair value gap and this order block here. We'll see if we make it down all the way to this order block, but I think we're going a little bit deeper than we actually are right now. So for all y'all that are bullish on Bitcoin, I'm sorry, coming with bad news here. I think that we are going a little bit deeper. And why I think so is because of pure technical analysis and the situation, the geopolitical situation in the market. And what I mean with the technical analysis is this, that if we look on the hourly time frame, you see we have an order block here that created this whole sequence, and that order block is strong. Market came down to that order block, rejected it a little bit. If we look on the 50-minute time frame, rejected it a little bit. The more intense bluish is the intense zone of that order block. So market rejected it nicely, but not very much, and then started to push down further, and now it's retesting it from the bottom, so from below and from the resistance of this order block here. So I think with this bullish structure the market has created, we're going a little bit lower. I think we are going to see at least 62,000, maybe even 61,000, and that would fill my thesis on us entering these zones, this one or this one. If we're coming into this zone, this fair value gap that I spoke on earlier, 61,600, I'm all in. I'm throwing in everything into this trade. Might even leverage a little bit, especially on the copy trading challenge account that we have. But here's the thing, I'm not only all in on Bitcoin, I'm all in on Ethereum and Solana. So Solana, I'm very bullish on Solana, but Ethereum is because of the ETF, of course. But if Bitcoin dumps, Ethereum dumps as well, right? And I want to see Ethereum come down to here at the 2,900 vicinity. Let's say around 3,000. I want to see market come down there, because that's where we can see a lot of liquidity and a lot of liquidations that has to be done for Ethereum. As you can see here on this map, boom, 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 all the way down to 30,000. We have about 620 millions that needs to be taken out. All right, and you see all the sell pressure here. So I think that if we go down here, then we bounce up and take out everything, and that could be the catalyst of the bull run. But we don't know yet. It could be the opposite. Market goes up, takes out, liquidates all these positions, and then dumps down. We will see. This is just what I'm seeing from the markets right now, from my technical analysis combined with the fundamentals. With that said, my people, if you got value out of this, then please like, subscribe to this channel, turn the notifications on so you're not late to the party, and always get alerted when I'm going live on streams or when I drop these market analysis. And plus, it helps my channel a lot, so we highly appreciate it, and we highly appreciate you, our supporters and followers. Have a blessed day, trade safe, and I'll see you guys at the top, because you know the bottom is way too crowded.